We are embraced by those who believe in what Yemin Orde stands for. And what Yemin Orde stands for is really the utopia of Israel. You know, one of the greatest American theoreticians in education, Neil Postman, was lamenting that education gave up on utopia. Well, we didn't give up on utopia. And I don't think that Zionism should give up on utopia. It may sound naive, but really Israel deserves to be a living utopia. And what we have learned from great minds like Michel Foucault, who said that whatever you do well in the margins of society, if you plant it in the middle of society, it will do even better, is what Yemin Orde is all about. Yemin Orde is a human laboratory that shows that wherever there is a will, there is a way. We are a group of over 100 educators, 36 families who live at this place, who, most of them, I would say even all of them, some of them are here. My successor, I know the emeritus, my successor, Dr. Benny Fisher, sits here, and Susan Weigel, and our music director, Mr. Ronen Lan-Reeder, and others, are all people who believe that Israel deserves the best. And you cannot really agree that children will remain in the gutters and not be led to the utmost heights that they can be led to. Now, this is all covered by data, by research, by numbers. We've been doing this decade after decade, taking kids from all over the world and turning them into the best one could think of. Yet, everything that can go wrong goes wrong. It's a long story, it's a long process, but there is a way to do it. We also believe that the core reason for the existence of the State of Israel is that never again in the history of mankind, children of Jewish descent will remain anywhere in the world unclaimed. Whether it's an orphanage in Siberia or Ukraine or whatever, whether they only had a Jewish grandpa or some remote connection to Israel, and the stories that I can tell are really mind-boggling. They are amazing stories about how kids recognize that there's Jewish DNA in them, and you pick up a little kid of 5 or 6 or 7 at the airport with a plastic bag with all his belongings from an orphanage in Ukraine, and 10 years later the same child grows in front of your eyes and ends up with brass on his shoulders and wings on his chest, and they're the best you could think of. So it is an enchanting story, but it's also hard work, and it's a method. It was alluded to that it's really the village. It takes a village. Hillary Clinton made the African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child, famous. We created a method that does it. And now that I am the emeritus, we created the Yemin Orde initiatives, where we go out to other educational entities which we believe should be transformed, should be rejuvenating, should do the best, should do it our way, in the most inclusive way possible. Many of our American friends feel that what Yemin Orde stands for is their arm in Israel. It represents their values, their aspirations for Israel, the way they would have acted if they would have been in Israel.